The music ends. The cassette clicks to a stop. I've listened to it so many times I've even memorized the placement of the static of the song's original broadcast. I'm worried that Dan might eventually eat the tape, but it never happened to him no matter how many times he played the damn thing, so I'm not too scared. It used to drive me crazy. Every day he played it over and over again. Sure, he would throw on something different after a few loops, but soon enough he switched back and the cycle would repeat itself. Sometimes I think he would do it just to mess with me. I would be in the back, in bed, smothering a pillow over my head to block out the music. He would just turn it up louder, even during all-nighters. That was so like him. Even near the end, when we had to finally settle down, he was still pulling that kind of crap. I'd come home from school sometimes, and the police would be at the door because the entire block had called it a noise complaint. He said it was because he was hard of hearing, but I know he did it just to get a rise out of the old rouges who lived nearby. I think that was his worst fear ending up just another bigger sack of bones. So he did everything in his power to be the exact opposite, right up until the end. Of course, that meant I would always deal with the fallout. I can imagine that the neighbors thought, seeing a little girl go door to door apologizing because some old man decided it would be funny to put plastic flamingos all over their award-winning lawns. I can't help but smile, just a little, even if it does hurt. I take a sip of my coffee. Outside, a heat haze shimmers over the never-ending oceans of sand. So much desert. Even Roswell was just rock, sand, and a few shots. An all-alien team, of course. Didn't see any UFOs though. I'm not used to how dry everything is. Even with the AC on high enough to rip off my eyebrows, I'm still all sweaty. Guess that's what happens when you laze around in snowy Colorado for a decade. In that regard, the desert is a nice change of scenery. I don't exactly hate it. New sights are nice, especially since his health didn't allow him to do a lot of traveling when I was a little girl. I could see myself getting used to it. Well, maybe in another 15 years, when I had everything paid up. Damn it, Amber, snap out of it. You can worry about that later. This isn't your trip, so stop being so selfish. Push the eject button. I take the tape out and look it over, probably for the 20th time today. Years worth of brow stains and greasy fingerprints are smoothed all over, making it feel roomy to the touch. It still works like a charm though. There are more cassettes in the glove compartment, a mixture of mine and his, mostly his. I should just play one of those and get it over. My hand gravitates towards the latch. It will be okay, right? No. I snap my hand away from the latch and flip the tape over. Once again, I find myself staring. With a sigh, I stick it back into the deck. I reach towards the flight button, taking another look to see if the road is still clear. Like always, it isn't. I slam on the brakes. There's riff freeze in my ears. A glance at my rearview mirror shows a girl cringing next to an Asian-looking car, covering her ears as I screech down the road. Making a U-turn of dubious legality, I pull up in front of her car, killing the motorhome's engine. I hop out and shield my eyes from the blazing New Mexico sun. Only now do I realize how precious the AC really is. It doesn't take more than several steps before the girl comes bouncing up to me with a look of relief. Oh my god, thank you. I was starting to think no one would ever stop. Which it was, she gets a little closer, until we finally within touching distance of each other, her smiling face now filling my entire field of vision. Her bright blonde hair is done into a girlish shy tail, glistening beneath a speck of sweat, standing out in the heat has made her round pale cheeks a sun-kissed red, but she still looks put together, like the desert would sooner melt her than do any real damage to her looks. I almost feel embarrassed to be in front of someone who dressed so cute. her frilly yellow top and skirt putting my red t-shirt and khakis to shame. It's all brought together by one thing though, her eyes. They're blue, vividly blue, deep and rich, complementing the chase of her misty perfume as she gets closer and closer. Too close. I scramble back and cough, trying to hide any awkwardness. No problem. What's she doing out here alone? Driving though? Driving through? Hell, is she even alone? I peer up into the flames of the side of the road, half expecting a guy to pop up from his hiding place now that some idiot has fallen for their trap. That idiot being me, of course. But much to my surprise, no one does. Instead, the girl continues to stare at me, smiling as she patiently waits for my response. I glance behind her, focusing on her car. So what's the issue? Your car broke down? I think so, yeah. I was driving and it just kind of stopped. Yeah. She lowers her head in shame, eyes fixated on her feet, kicking the dust around her. I'm not much of a car buff, but I can take a look at it. Her head pops back up and light returns to her eyes. Oh wow, could you? Yeah, can't promise that I can do anything, but I can at least check it out. That'd be great. Alright, first things first. Then, this thing looks even older than my motorhome. It was probably a nice car once upon a time, but with a detailed grille, multiple scratches, and faded murky green color, it's hard to believe such a cute girl was driving it. I slide into the fabric seat and start the ignition. I don't know too much about how this stuff works, just enough to keep the motorhome from giving out. But I can imagine it's too insignificant of an issue. Probably just a dead battery or no gas. A single car passed by, cooling us with a refreshing gust of wind, sprinkled with dirt and sand. Is something wrong? Is this a joke? Oh no, did I break it? No, it's just our gas. What? No way. Dad said I should have filled up before I left. Is she for real? Why is this girl in the middle of nowhere by herself? As if trying to force all the ideas into the center of her brain, the girl grabs her hand and whines under her breath. Ah man, and I didn't charge my phone either. What am I gonna do? I offer her mine, but I never had a cell phone in my life. Seems like you have a pretty absent-minded to forget that though. She whines once more and turns to me. Hey, this might seem a little weird. Oh no. But could you take me somewhere nearby so I can get some gas? And what do you know? She actually did it. How long did you say you've been stuck out here? I don't know. Few hours maybe. I've been trying to wave down everyone who drives by, but you were the first to stop. Hold on. Everyone? Yep. This heat must have fried her brain. Does she have any idea how dangerous that is? That's probably not a good idea, you know. She cocks her head to the side and gives me a look of genuine curiosity, like it was an obvious or something. Why? Well, you know, a cute young girl alone in the middle of the desert, just asking for trouble. But you're a cute young girl alone in the middle of the desert. What? Her combat takes me off guard and I turn away a little, avoiding eye contact. Yeah, but that's different. A smile returns to her face, the same bright one that she showed me when I first pulled over. I'm still avoiding eye contact, but she leans over to the direction I'm looking and continues to smile. So, do you think you can give me a ride? I don't know. Please, it shouldn't take very long. This girl, it's like she didn't even listen to what I said. Still better me than some psycho. Besides, it's not like a small detour will make me late or anything. I guess it's fine. I'm not in too big of a rush anyway. Yay. Before I'm even finished, she's springing up to the route, bouncing to the motorhome. Hey, wait. But it's already far too late, as she somehow made her way into the motorhome before its owner, even finding time to give me a small way from the passenger seat. I heave a heavy sigh, rubbing my temple as I climb back up into the driver's seat. The key is still dangling in the ignition. I wrench it around and the motorhome rolls to life, forcing a surprise squeak out of the girl. By the way, my name is Marina. Thank you so much for helping me out. Amber, don't mention it. Careful not to hit her car. I back the RV up and turn it around, sending us in my original direction. I put on my sunglasses and reach for the play button of the cassette player, finally giving in to temptation. But Marina starts up again. Why aren't we going the other way? Wasn't there a station a little ways back? It was a bit more than a little ways back. I showed a child a few miles ago that said there was a station not too far from here. Shall we go in there? Oh wow, I didn't even see that. You're really observant. Yeah, you're just really oblivious. Not really. Silence falls upon the motorhome, the roaring of the engine and swishing of the wind from outside being the only sounds. I take as my cue and reach for the cassette player once more, finally give. How do you even drive this thing? It's huge. Marina spread her arms out like an eagle unfurling his wings, almost popping me on the head in the process. I clear my throat and wrap her arm out from the air, gently placing it on her lap. It's not that bad. You get used to it. She tilts her head to the side and gives a light run as if saying, "That's sure," and we return to the silence of before. Again, I reach for the cassette player. So what are you doing out here? Are you going camping? Seems like what you're doing is fun. I take a deep breath and hold it on as long as possible before letting it out. Just traveling. What about you? Why are you out here? Oh well, it's kind of silly. She scratches her head and lets out an embarrassed laugh before staring at her feet quiet down, and surprisingly enough, staying quiet. Well, looks like that worked. I reach for the cassette player one last time. I stop for a moment to look at the clothes department and then Marina, who looks lost in thought before finally flashing flame.